Another engagement where we become witnesses of the goodness of God. Sometimes we keep inside what God has done for us. And we walk around and we're beaming and we're shining and we're all good and we're all healthy and whole. And then there's people around us that may be hurting and need to hear a word. And sometimes we think the word has to come straight from the Bible. Well, you are the walking word. The things that God has done for you allows others to see that he's able. But unless you tell people just how good God has been to you, they may not believe it's possible. So we share and we witness. And this is testimony time. It's time for us to share our testimony. Now, because see, I know how it happens with testimonies. You get started, and then before you know it, the whole day is gone because everybody's got a word that they can say. But I'm going to take just 3 testimonies this morning. You came here and you had something on your heart. You came here this morning and God had done something for you that you need to share with someone else. And if you've never done it before, now is the opportunity. Now, while the spirit is still high and the people are ready to receive. You don't feed a closed mouth. You feed the one that's open. Is there a testimony? Does anybody have a testimony that they would like to share? Come on.
Good morning, everybody. It's not necessarily a testimony for myself, but what I just found out this morning is one of Moretta's kids, her youngest and tallest, is actually taking the opportunity to try to get himself right. He was going through some problems, and I guess he's finally come around to seeing that he can better himself. So he is attempting to do so. From my understanding today, after this service, I'm going to get him myself and try to support him with his decisions and everything going forward. So I felt like waking up this morning and getting that information was a sign of something positive to come. So thank you.
Is there another? Is there another? Come on, pop out.
I can't tell you everything because we'll be here until this time next Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I always told my people at home, I said, we can make a at testimony time. I said people should be jumping up like popcorn. Just when I was working, I used to tell, this particular morning, I told the secretary, good morning. What's good about it? I said, God allowed you to get up out of bed and put your feet on the floor. And don't you know, every time I saw her after that, I could never beat her saying, good morning. I'm going way back because God has really brought me from a long way. I need to thank God every second, every minute, every hour of the day. When I was POOR and didn't know it. I had going to school, my shoes were shining on top, but on the bottom there was cardboard in the sole. I went to college. Tuition was $12 a month. And I had to work in the kitchen and help to make some of that $12. I did not have $12 a month. So I'm only here through the grace of God. I went fishing in Falmouth, Massachusetts. And the fish had to be a certain size. This year, they were big, had to be a bigger size than they were last year. Every fish I catch, had to throw it back. It's got to go back. It's got to go back. So the second day, I was sitting, of course, people were lined up all the way around the boat. And a guy from church was with me. Well, there were three of them with me, but only one was near me. I sat there on the bench. I said, God, please send me some fish that I can keep, because I couldn't keep any that I had caught the previous day. And sure enough, that was not right away, but we were still riding to the spot at this time. But when we got to the spot, maybe it was there about an hour or so. I had something on the line. It was hard, difficult to pull in. It was. You had to measure that with just throw him in your cooler. So I caught two. I gave my buddy one. My other fishing partner would go fishing every month. So I gave him one and I kept one. But I could tell you stories from now until the end of time, what God has done for me, where he has brought me from. And I know deep down in my heart, it was only through the grace of God that I have done and I have what I have today. So I give God the praise every day. And not one day goes by that I don't praise God. So, thank you.
Thank you. Is there enough?